Hi everyone, this is Ali Hussein Kasim of Ali Talks Tech. We are following 4 key stories in our weekly roundup this week. The first one is Sony Ventures' $10 million investment into African entertainment startups. 2 is the MTN doubling up of their mobile money fintech offerings in Southern Africa. The third story is a lawsuit against Ecobank by a couple of fintechs. And the third one is Mastercard scaling of their open banking offering through partnerships with 2 fintechs. So let's go into Sony's interesting commitment to invest $10 million into the African entertainment ecosystem startup. What's interesting for me is that for some time now, fintech, agri-tech, clean tech, and to some extent, edtech has been a major focus of investment into the African tech ecosystem. The entertainment, creative arts space in Africa is still quite underdeveloped. We have seen quite a number of foreign players who've come into the market and started to create or invest in content creation across the African ecosystem. Netflix is, of course, the most obvious one. With the entrance into the market by Sony, what is going to be the future of the entertainment ecosystem in Africa? This is a land grab, guys. And I've talked about this in different aspects when it comes to investment into the Pan-African startup ecosystem. We are seeing very few African businesses in this space of securing what I see as Africa's youth bulge. What is Africa's youth bulge? Africa has its median age is between 18.5 to 19. So you hear a lot of people talk about the youth dividend. There's no youth dividend before you work towards it. So this is a call to major African corporates and medium-sized too, to start thinking about investing into Africa's youth bulge. And one of the key areas is the entertainment industry. In fact, apart from NASPARS, which has its process group, and recently on Mutual Southern Africa with its Next 176, and Ecobank's multi-year investment in its Ecobank FinTech Challenge across Africa. There's hardly anything much that corporate Africa is doing in this space. Maybe mistaken, but you have any other African corporate that is really starting to look or playing a significant role in Africa's tech ecosystem? Let me hear from you. Let's give them credit. We now move to MTN's relaunch or launch of mobile money in Southern Africa, what they call MTN Momo 2.0 platform. This includes a range of products on its mobile money super app. They've created a super app, Momo Business Wallet, which allows businesses to receive payments in real time with no transaction fees. No transaction fees. I hope people are listening to me about transaction fees. We've had this long-standing conversation in the Kenyan financial services and fintech ecosystem that payment fees are a race to zero. We're already starting to see major players coming in with no transaction fees. They are also launching remittances on the platform into 12 African countries without any data charges. There is a point-of-sale device to take credit cards from customers in the fashion of Square in the US, and a life insurance package. Mobile money returning into the South African market after a 3-year hiatus by Ecobank is an interesting one. It aims to become one of Southern Africa's premier financial services platforms. We have seen that MTN has become a major player in the fintech space across Africa, and their numbers are actually showing positively when it comes to fintech revenues. Nigeria is a key market. The opportunity for mobile money in Africa is huge, so we cannot belabor that point. Last on this particular story of MTN's relaunch of mobile money, there is the aspect of remittances. MTN says that they will include remittances within the app into 12 African markets that they have presence in. This is very significant considering the moves recently from different players trying to consolidate payments and remittances across Africa. The other story is Ecobank. In Kenya, Ecobank's subsidiary is facing a lawsuit from GPay Payment Solutions and Ashanti Pension Insurance over the ownership of a save-as-you-spend savings platform. These startups accuse Ecobank of rolling out the platform without their consent 7 months after Ecobank first held talks with them over the acquisition of the platform's license. Ecobank has denied these allegations of infringement, stating that the platform was already in use in its Western African markets since 2015. The Industrial Property Tribunal in Kenya has allowed Ecobank to continue using the platform pending a final hearing, stating that millions of customers will be unfairly denied services if suspended. You know, guys, one of my biggest issues about such allegations is the assumption that established companies don't have any established brain trust for new ideas. For startups, here's a thought. Ideas are a dime a dozen on Google. Just Google them. The key thing is, how do you protect your intellectual property? And that doesn't mean an idea. There's a lot of work that needs to be done here when it comes to IP or intellectual property. I think there's the other issue that across Africa, intellectual property laws are not well defined. So this is also an area that policymakers need to look into, especially because of the humongous growth of the African tech ecosystem. The other story I am following this evening is Mastercard's scaling of open banking. They're leveraging their open banking technology through partnerships to provide flexible and secure lending and payment experiences for consumers and small businesses. Mastercard is among the largest payment platforms across the world. Of course, the other one is Visa. These are the two big elephants in the room when it comes to payments. And by partnering with key players in the ecosystem such as WorldPay and Zipco, Mastercard is scaling new open banking powered solutions that empower consumer lending, modernized account-based payments, and offer a wide range of payment choices. As more and more individuals manage their finances online, and companies, the digital landscape must evolve to prevent account takers and synthetic identity fraud. To address this concern, Mastercard employs AI to protect over 125 billion payment transactions annually, guided by its data responsibility principles. This is very interesting. Locally, in Kenya, open banking is not something that is anchored in law. There are various initiatives. The Association of Fintechs in Kenya, together with FSD and the Kenya Bankers Association, are working on an open banking framework. But already there is a de facto open banking framework that banks work with fintechs, mobile money platforms like M-Pesa are already operating in this space. So we are going to see a tremendous growth in this area. In Nigeria, there is already a policy framework. The Central Bank of Nigeria, a couple of months ago, issued a paper, a guidance on open banking. In other markets, we haven't seen much happening. So South Africa should be next. Some of the key fintech markets in Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, Egypt, Senegal, should start seriously thinking about open banking frameworks that are aligned across all these markets. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it for this week's weekly roundup. Looking forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you very much.